Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and this is episode 159 of my Minecraft Console Edition Update Adventures Let's Play. And in this episode, I'm going to be doing a few things. First of all, I have to make a new pickaxe because last episode, if you recall, it broke in a tragic accident, to say the least. And also, I'm going to be making the road that goes towards that way in my fortress. I'm going to be making that happen. So here are some nice swords just to say hello to you today. I hope you're having a lovely day. Speaking of which, anyway, so yeah, I'm going to get straight to working on that. But first, I'm going to be making a new pickaxe, and I'm going to be enchanting it, which is why I came over here. It's not just my favourite crafting wrench, although I could probably actually put it on like a little stand and like on like a diamond block or something like that, just to show how fancy a crafting grid it is. Although I'll, maybe get around that later. I like the idea of a throne just for a crafting bench, but it's probably not the best use of resources in the world. But yeah, so all we're going to do is we're going to head over to this thing, and we give it a level 1 enchantment. If you're wondering why, it's because it's the simplest way to get a just slightly better pickaxe at very, very little cost. So it works for all tools, except I think no, it works for all of them. I think for armor, it's sometimes a bad choice because I think I got really lucky with my iron boots, but like protection 1 and I get odd ones, basically. Let's just leave it at that. So, yeah, let's head right over to that. And then also what we're doing is we're working on some terrain landscaping stuff, because if you recall last episode, which was only about half an hour ago, maybe 20 minutes ago in this Minecraft world, basically I started working on this thing and trying to, terraform it, I guess, isn't the right word. I'm trying to make this island look natural, and also I want to make over there look natural, and that means I'm going to have to give you a sneak peek in the Lost Woods, but only one room, so hopefully that'll be a cool little thing, because that's going to be the big secret in this world, I hope anyway. That's how I intend to make it, and hopefully we do. So let's head over to the Lost Woods, because that's where we need to be right now, because we're going to be making some stuff. So there are the Lost Woods. Can't show you much more about what's going on there, but it's a cool thing, I think. It's kind of like an abandoned mine shaft, but above ground. So rather than talking about a thing I'm not going to show you, let's talk about a thing I will show you. This is a road that's going to be perfectly straight, and it's going to lead straight towards the I believe it leads straight towards the stronghold. If not, then we'll make a new building over there, and it'll lead straight towards whatever we build, and it should be a fun thing regardless. Hopefully, anyway, that's always the intention, but the intention isn't always how things go, and that's just a general little fun fact. So, here's one thing I was considering recently. So, the fact that all the days in the week like have different names seems really, really silly to me, and the fact that we even have weeks doesn't really make a lot of sense, because you have like so basically we have months because it takes the Earth something like 365.24, like it's point like 2401 or something really silly like that, days to go around the sun. I don't know why it took me so long. I think I'm bad at this, but it takes the Earth that many days to go around the sun, blah 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 blah, which is, it makes sense. I think we can all agree that's logic. And then you want to split that into, logical months of the year so that you have seasons, which I guess you can kind of understand. The fact that February has so little for no real reason. I wish someone would explain to me who decided the months, because they did a really, really bad job. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So then you have the months, which kind of makes sense, but then you have the weeks, which don't fit into months, and they just seem really odd. Like, for some reason on, every Friday or whatever, you're off. Why not just make it so, days 1 through 10 of the month you're working, days 10 to 15 are days off, and then 15 to 25, they're work days, and then, 26 to 30 are off. Because it would make everything a lot easier. There wouldn't be this whole crazy... I guess actually it might be a religion because of the whole, God took 7 days. But it's kind of odd, the fact that we do things like that, because it doesn't make any logical sense when you really think about it. And I think they'd make a lot of sense if we just replace that. So, Toycat for President, 2024, 25, 2020 something. As long as Toycat's president, we'll be happy, is what I'm really saying. And yes, I'm allowed to include myself in that group, because I'd be pretty happy if Toycat was president. No, not even me, just Toycat. Speaking of which, I really think at some point, there's something like 50% of people that don't vote in most elections. I think that's talking about the UK, maybe not the US, but it's, at least a lot of places have low votes turnout. So all the people who don't vote one year, we should just... I guess you can't pay them, but there should be some form of big incentivization for everyone to just vote for a bowl of cereal. Just because of the immense hilarities that would bring. And I know this is really, really horrible for, like, actual nation politics and stuff. But imagine if the fate of your country was decided by a bowl of cereal. Like, they'd have to put them on planes to go negotiate with Obama and stuff, and I'm just saying, it's a knockout idea. If anyone wants to make that happen, then maybe you hit me up on Twitter and we start a campaign for cereal. Maybe which cereal? Maybe we get Kellogg's, or... I think Kellogg's exists in America. Whoever makes cereal in America, that are big, the Lucky Charms people. Which, by the way, it sucks. The Lucky Charms is based on, like, an Irish thing. And, like, loads of things just exist in America and Ireland, but not in the UK, because, yeah. Also, if you're wondering, by the way, I can give you a quick lesson on this one. The UK is everywhere in this little big island here, except Ireland. A lot of people make the distinction, they're like, I thought Ireland was in the UK, but, common misconception. It's actually, just, kind of linked. Which might not make a lot of sense, but it's just there, and it's a mess. So, also here's a fun fact: if you know anyone who's Irish, just call them the other type of Irish. So you call Northern Irish people, and call Irish people Northern Irish. And it's a really fun game, and it's you know, if they're actually your friends, you're probably gonna lose some friends over it. But it's hilarious, so it's worth doing. So yeah, it's getting dark, unfortunately. But you know, I'm gonna say no to dark, so I'm not gonna let it control my life anymore. And I'm gonna make a stand. So we're gonna jump into this tree because I need to get these little woods up here. And then yeah, oh, it's actually working quite well for me. Usually it doesn't work out that fancily, so yay me. Here's another little thing I was pondering. The further you get into time, so the further you are as far as time's concerned, the harder history lessons become because there's more history to cover. So there's a fun one for you to think about. Oh god, I need to make this tree done quickly. I guess what we could do is jump into this tree. Do you think I can make that jump? We'll try. Yeah, I did it. So, we're going to chop this tree from the inside. It's going to be actually a little difficult, but we'll try. This is actually a really, really big tree that just kind of hit. Like, I don't think anyone was expecting it to be this big. If you're expecting the tree to be this big, let me know, and I'll give you... I don't know. What do you want? I could give you a tin of mustard. Yep, mustard seems like a fair reward for something that trivial. Because, I don't know, mustard's one of those things that I don't... Okay, so, as someone who enjoys mustard on things, so I'm not a mustard hater, but I enjoy mustard on things, but I don't think it's actually, like, a very good tasting thing by itself at all. Like, it just tastes of hot and pain. And I really have to wonder who thought mustard would be a good idea. Because on the one hand, they're either a genius or they're an idiot with bad taste buds. And I want to know which, really. Because, honestly, it could be either. So I think we've pretty much gutted this tree. We're going to go a little bit further up just to see if we actually have done that. Then we'll just dig down and see what happens. Which actually is a horrible, horrible idea. So I'll actually dig down from just over here. Because I bet that will fall straight to the ground. Oh, I guessed correctly. So yeah, we need to get out of this tree now. We'll just hop into that. Oh, I'm trapped. We'll hop into that tree over there. Also, look how pretty that mountain is in the distance. Also, I think that... Oh, over there is my little stronghold camp. So that's useful. I can actually go to sleep in there because there's enough torches to protect me, which is a random, cool, pointless, and silly fact about this world. I'm not seeing any trees nearby to chop down, which is... Oh, there we go. There's a tree. Let's just chop this one down. That was a little silly. So I guess it's a really big tree again. I just have to find my way through, and there's the stump. Okay, boom. So I've got more than enough wood to cover myself forever, I think, which is, I guess, kind of good. And we've also destroyed a tree and got about 4 or 5 apples. 4 apples, I think, so far. Let's kill this creeper. 1v1 me, 1v1 me. Yeah, oh, jeez. Okay, that was... It somehow worked out for me, even though it took 3 hits, but whatever. And then we'll jump onto this tree, get that apple. I'm really just collecting apples at this point, which I guess fruit is good for you and everything. I might actually make a big fruit chest, because honestly, apples are so rare, they're not, like, properly farmable. So it might be worth collecting them just for that, you know, pure value of why are you eating apples, Toy Cat? Like, maybe that's an odd thing to do something for, but it's the reason I want to. So, this tree has actually taken up a good, like, 3 or 4 minutes just to chop it down, which is kind of strange that Minecraft will make you do things. Like, here's the thing about Minecraft, it's such a great game because of the fact that you end up doing so much silly stuff just to make a project. Like, I don't know, it's like if you had a, you know, notepad, or yeah, like a real-life notepad, like, not like notepad the file, or sorry, the program, but like notepad as in a real notepad. I don't know why I have to make that distinction. It's like paint, you have to say MS Paint instead of just paint, because some people think you actually mean you're going to paint a picture. But yeah, so let's get back to what I was saying, because I got sidetracked there. But Basically, yeah, so if you had a notepad, that like you had to fight dragons to get some different colors to unlock, and actually that's a really cool idea, I might have to make that. Yeah, actually that's a brilliant idea, like have a real-life notepad, or I guess an electronic one, that to actually unlock new colors or new strokes, you have to do little quests, and the quests are like drawing certain things, and I don't know, I see this idea quite clearly in my head. Let's make it happen. I don't know who I'm speaking to of that, but whoever's out there that can make magic things happen, send me a magic message on the internet. Also, I really should stop sarcastically asking people to message me for things, because I think that's like 3 things in this one episode, maybe 2. And when I really need something, like, so if you want to donate to Toy Cats, he doesn't want to starve this month fund, then send me a thingamajig over here. Which, by the way, I'd only do it if I was literally dying, because I know, I think it's... I'm gonna kill it. I think it's cool that there's, like, if there's a YouTuber you like that's, you know, in financial pain, you can actually help them out. And that's a cool thing, because it means it's basically just, you know, paying for what you are getting for free, but then getting something out of it. Which might not make a lot of sense at all. But it's kind of like if you pay for a free-to-play game. Speaking of which, why isn't Minecraft free-to-play at this point? Like, they have so much money, they don't really need it at this point. Like, I guess it would just be financially silly or whatever. But still. So yeah, let's fight this creep. I don't like how many creepers take 3 hits to kill these days. And yeah, so as you can see, because I actually set up this bed correctly, since one of the updates, there's no stuff that hits you, so you can just sleep in the middle of the forest, which is odd to say the least. Also, that spider seems to be glitched. Or not. So let's see what's in the furnace. Just some coal. Let's top that up. Do we need this bit of wood? I don't really think we do. We'll place some torches around the place, just for good measure, you know. But yeah, so if you're wondering, down there is my stronghold. I might go in there at some point, but for now, there isn't a real need to. When I need arrows for something, I might, but even then, it's like, do I really even need to? And I've actually kind of lost myself in the path, so let's try and find that again. Over here, I think, maybe? I think it was this general oh, is that my house? Did I see my house? Really? You can actually see my house from here, and I was lost there at one point. I was like, whoa, this is so far away from anything. I feel quite silly for that, I'm not gonna lie. I guess that's how people felt when they were like... I recently figured, how does, like, trying to grasp the scale of the world is kind of silly. Like, if you think about the furthest you've been in your life without, like, the assistance of a plane and going to other countries, and then you think how far you have to go to get to the other side of the world, it kind of blows my mind, at least, trying to think about that. So I just think, you know what? No. And then I turn off my mind. Which is probably not the smartest way to think about it. But, you know, it's... You know, denying that anything exists, it's a pretty solid way to do it. I'm not going to lie. It's actually a horrible way, just a pro tip for anyone out there. But yes, let's jump into this and let's break this tree. I really didn't need to do this, but it's fun anyway. And now we've got rid of one more blockage in the way, and we can put this little thing there. And now let's actually work on the stone slabs, because that's a key part of the road too. So we'll get these done, and then we're going to have to work our way back, I guess. Oh, another... Oh wait, I thought that was an apple. Got really excited there, because I like apples. They're strange, I shouldn't like them, and it's... Yeah, it's a little concerning that I like them, but... You know, apples are cool, man. Or maybe not. So, we've actually got this big block of stone here. We can actually turn that into stone slabs, and then we'll hopefully be able to finish up most of this little gap here. If not, then something will happen, maybe. But it's a nice fort anyway. So yeah, let's make that happen. So, over to the slabs panel. Down to the stone slabs. I'm not actually sure how much I can make. Okay, it's 64, 62. That's probably more than enough. So yeah, let's go. But yeah, so it's actually pretty cool that you can see like some of the sky rail from here, because if you look, it just kind of looks like it's going to nowhere. I know that is the run distance, and most people are used to it, but it's still odd, you know. I don't think anyone looks at that and thinks, you know what, that's perfectly normal. Like I like things being like that. I just don't think that's the way the world works. So yeah, words and stuff. Oh, I seem to be trapped between things. Well, okay, let's continue going on our quest to wherever we're going. I guess it doesn't really have a name where we're going, because there's just nothing really here yet besides a stronghold. But I like to have a proper path out, because that means that there's none of this. Oh no, there might be a creeper on the way. It's just I'm safe. It's okay, which is something I like a lot. And also means when people download the world, which is something I actually consider a lot these days, because there are a lot of people that do it, and it's actually kind of odd. So, you know, there's just something to consider. But yeah, so lots of people download the world, and I lost my train of thought. So I'll just talk about ducks. So here's the thing about ducks. They quack at you, and they do their thing, but are they even real? Has anyone actually questioned this? Like, if you look at a duck, does it look like it's actually real? I don't think anyone would actually agree with you if you decided to say it was. So, you know, there's a thing you have to consider next time you're in the market for a duck or two. They're probably not real. So, yeah, there's a fun one for you. Also, here's a fun fact: 7-Eleven was technically 7-Eleven is technically an inside job too. Yeah, you consider that one. Also, I realize I'm going to trap myself in here. Whatever, I'll just leave it like that, and then we'll jump out. So yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to work on kind of making the... oh, that's actually pretty. We're going to try and work on making... Also, the items, you can really see them from a really close... Like, you can't see them from very far away. It's actually pretty odd. I don't know if I like that at all. But yeah, so let's head over to this place, because I want to make it look like it's a proper place and it's part of the mountain, and that it's not a secret place for the Lost Woods, because that's just... It just seems like general courtesy to do so. Because if you look at that, it's almost there. It needs some, you know, smoothing out, some, you know, roughening up of the edges, or something that actually makes sense. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is the same thing here, but kind of different. So like this, and then we'll leave some blank patches, maybe. And this is just getting broken down, but whatever. You get the idea, hopefully. And then we'll just have a big patch of ground up here. Maybe, or maybe we could actually just cover this pool up and make it like an underground pool all of a sudden. I don't know what I'm doing really. So yeah, let's just cover it all up and pretend that it doesn't exist. That's a pretty solid way to get rid of your problems. Just pretend they don't exist. I know it's working pretty solidly for me. You might want to try it sometime. So yeah, this is the super secret project. You're only going to see a little bit off because it's one of my off-camera projects that I like to keep there because I know it's one of the things for people that download the world again, which. Maybe I should do less things for those people. Maybe those people should... But basically the idea is here that things and stuff happen. Which I know is an accurate and descriptive description. Good job, Toycat. Good job. But yeah, so... Now we've got all the water. The idea is this is replicating the Lost Woods from Legend of Zelda. This room you might recognise what I'm trying to do here. That'd be good if you did. If you don't, then I don't blame you because I'm probably, you know, executing it pretty horribly. So if you don't like it, then I don't really blame you. So yeah, the idea is that it's going to go down a bit. There's going to be a big ladder down here. It's going to lead about 3 or 4 blocks down, and then there's going to be a cool thing in this room somewhere. Maybe a chest that has like a sword in it or something lame like that. I don't really know. It's the idea is a little, you know, in progress right now, but it'll be a good one hopefully. So yeah, as you can see, pretty magical stuff going. Yeah, I probably should have realised that was going to happen. So there we go. Pretty magical stuff happening right here, I think anyway. And yeah, for now I'm gonna leave this as steps, but you get the basic idea, hopefully. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little thing going on right here, and it means I get lots of dirt, which is always handy for all the stuff I'm doing. And yeah, this is basically it. I would do a little bit more, but it's mainly just digging at this point, which is probably the most exciting part of the thing to show you. So for now I'm just gonna put the ceiling on top because that's pretty important too. So yeah, let's make that happen. Yeah, I'll just make it mostly like this, and then I can connect where else I want, whenever I want, however I want, whatever I want. I'm just gonna keep saying all the evers, so why ever, whenever. I think I've used them all up actually. I think it's just why ever, whatever, however, and something else ever maybe. Yeah, those are things I'm doing. So yeah, this is looking not too natural right now, but if you look how I'm going to layer it, it should hopefully eventually even out, because then I can plant trees on it, and it should just be an amazing little thing eventually. Obviously, I'm going to keep doing it in phases, because I don't want it to be too ugly, of course. As well as this, I might just keep this a little secret ravine, not ravine, a secret something. I don't know, annoying you a little bit, because it's annoying me quite a little bit, so we go like that, and then that should fix it, and then also there. And then we'll go out another block or two, maybe. Or maybe we could just full on cut off these edges. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll cut off that. Boom, we have a thing going. So we'll go through these blocks, a few of these blocks, and I think that just about covers it. Also, bonus chest that's already been looted for all the good things except a stone pickaxe. That's exciting, right? Yeah, I kind of like how this works. I'll see how it looks from a distance. Maybe I need to ease off on this edge too, actually. Yeah, I think I need to ease off on the edge. So replace that with like that. Make this go like that, and then maybe. Oh god, this is difficult. If you're trying to make things look natural, it's actually a lot harder than it probably should be, which kind of sucks. But yeah, that looks okay, I think, for now. We'll get a few more blocks. Yeah, that works, I guess. For now, anyway. For now, we'll see how it looks from the distance. If it doesn't work, then we'll hopefully get something done by next episode. But for now, it looks better than it did before. That's all that really counts. And it looks kind of legit as a little island right there. It's got some flaws, but you know, doesn't everyone? Don't you have some flaws, listener? If you don't, then good job. Maybe we should meet up sometime and maybe do some bad things. And this is not going good places. But I hope you enjoy this episode. If you want to make a bowl of cereal, you want to. Whatever horrible business ideas I've discussed this episode, you can sarcastically suggest those in the comments. Besides that, if I'm joking, by the way, I'm going to try and make 2 videos a day from now on, or for a while, for a week or 2. So if you're looking forward to that, then liking all the videos that do come out is appreciated, because otherwise I get depressed and like, oh, no one likes the videos. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and goodbye. Thank you.